Hi friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tanner, and this is my Esoterica. Today, we have another collective message from Spirit. I feel like for the Divine Feminine Collective, I feel like that is just sort of like, my bread and butter when I do these collective readings like this. But for whoever this reading is for, you're starting to have a completely new perspective on life. I feel like you're finally getting to the rainbow after a storm. That's the vibe I'm getting. Like, even this card, it's your time. Like, I feel like your path is laid out before you, and you are finally just like going with the flow of things and like healing yourself as well. And spirit, like, you could have also been going through a time recently where you were overthinking a lot about a specific situation, probably a love situation. I did see that when I was shuffling the oracle cards. These are all the cards that were on the bottom. So, like, kind of like the overarching energies, like what you don't necessarily see is the typical tarot interpretation of the bottom of the deck cards. But yeah, really beautiful energy that I am channeling this morning. The first card that came out in the shuffle was laughter, and a lot of these cards came out crossing, which for me as a reader means that this is energy that you are consciously kind of grappling with or dealing with or working with. So the fact that the first card that came out was laughter, I feel like you are very much just focused on your own happiness right now and having a good time with people who lift you up and just like trying to see what intuitive hits I get off this imagery here. Like, these two people are holding this cup like an ace of cups, and it's like overflowing like completely. So I feel like, yeah, you really are focused on just your love and your happiness, but like for yourself. I feel like love came out to clarify laughter. So yeah, I feel like just finding the joy in life again has been like the big sort of overarching theme of this message. um I feel like, you're after again a period of maybe of overthinking, or maybe you had like a sudden wave of emotions just sort of hit you out of nowhere. It is Mercury retrograde, so that is sort of typical of these times of year. But the next card that came out was hopeful, and it's like I'm seeing this jar as half full, and it's like you're like collecting your light again, and it's just really beautiful energy. Like, clarifying, it was this needy card in the crossing position as well. And I don't know, like, I understand like needy probably like begets this feeling of like doing too much, or um like, I don't know, it gives me sort of like annoying energy, like the word needy. But like this feminine is so, she looks so at peace and unbothered, and she's just like, it's very kind of like magician vibes, like a female magician, because she has all the tools she needs in front of her, and she's making something out of all the ingredients she's collected, like out of all the trauma perhaps that you've experienced recently, and perhaps a love connection. You're finally focusing on your own needs, and like your spark is coming back. I'm getting with this as well. The next card that came out was responsibility. And the first thing that stood out to me about this card was how these hands are sort of like coming out of the void, the abyss, and they're like helping to build this path for you. So I feel like spirit is very much guiding you right now. Also with that, it's your time card. Like, so much like path forward energy. I just saw 444 on the timer. Um but yeah, I feel like with this card as well, responsibility, it's like perhaps you're starting to embrace your mission, your divine spiritual mission, if you resonate with being a twin flame. um, I feel like, you're building the foundation of your path right now, and spirit is helping to guide you along that path. You even see this feminine as sort of being like, her hand is being held by this other shadow figure, and it makes me think like spirit is guiding you, because again, I feel like this is a divine feminine reading. That, again, my bread and butter. But I also feel like, I mean, clarifying that responsibility card, we got unexpected blessings also in crossing position. So I feel like this is saying, like, sorry if you can hear, like, there are people working on my roof right now. But I feel like, spirit is saying, as you step into this like path that you're on, like, because as you continue to build the foundation of, you know, whatever you're building for yourself right now, like, spirit is saying, like, if you just keep on this path, like, unexpected blessing. I was like, you can't read that sideways, huh? Unexpected blessings will kind of like take you by surprise. Like, you'll be consciously aware of and appreciative, and like, like in sync with spirit when these things come in, because you are stepping into your like higher role, higher purpose. Like, you are accepting responsibility, and again, building, helping, like, co-creating with spirit to build this path, but letting spirit guide you. Very beautiful, divine, feminine energy. And then the last card that came out for, or the last like set of oracle cards, we have happiness and defense mechanism, and they came out together. And then clarifying it, we got wusa, which again makes me think like very focused on your own inner well-being, inner peace, and your happiness. Like, I feel like the way this is a little, the glare, sorry. I'm not used to filming in the morning. But yeah. I had some time before work today, so I was like, let me try. But anyway, I feel like the way this person is like looking at defense mechanism, like their shieldings, their woundings, like this shield is cracked. But I feel like you have started to address your own kind of woundings, your own defense mechanisms, where your shield is cracked, if that makes sense. But like, really, really, like, getting to the root of the situation, and like, by clearing out all of like the gunk that perhaps you have been triggered into having to address because of a love connection, perhaps. You really are entering like an era of blossoming, and like just becoming the best version of yourself is what I'm getting. And it's all from, you taking the time and accepting the responsibility as well of healing. I'm trying to get the responsibility card of healing yourself, and focusing on your own needs, and focusing on your own like happiness. So it's just very beautiful, powerful energy, all in all. And I'm so thrilled for you and happy for you, that you've reached this stage of like just acceptance and surrender, because that is when the blessings start coming in, when you just start, sort of surrendering to spirit and trusting your intuition, and letting the path guide you, instead of you like trying to force a specific outcome or like control a situation. No, you are like very much, again, like releasing the how to spirit, and focusing on what sparks your joy. Like I said, like your light is coming back. You're feeling hopeful again. Um but yeah, I do see that like an unexpected blessing is coming your way as long as you continue to walk down this path. So yeah, I was very called to use this, what is it called? The Spacious Tarot. This is just a little mini version, but she wanted to be used today, so we're gonna see what she has to say. So let's take a look at the heart of the situation, of this message, of this reading for our collective. On the bottom, we have Page of Cups. This very much gives me hopeful energy, like a renewed, like again, learning to trust your intuition, focusing on what brings your heart joy. But yeah, with this page energy, I feel like it's still like new to you, like trusting your intuition and going with the flow and all of that. But yeah, there's a lot of curiosity here, a lot of like having fun with it, and like responsibility sometimes can seem really stressful, right? But with the Page of Cups here, it's dreamy, it's sweet, it's like almost feels magical. Like the Page of Cups sees the magic in everything, and I feel like you are starting to get to that point in your own journey. Okay, but that's just all 11:33 on my timer. But anyway, we're gonna look at the heart of the situation now. Let's see, what do we have, Spirit, for our collective here? The Chariot, 11:44. Very powerful, moving forward energy. And look, another sort of like path, like a river, like we've seen with this responsibility, and that it's your time card. So very much focused on your path forward, like strong willpower energy. Like Chariot is the fastest moving card in the deck, so like yeah, it's like full steam ahead for you right now. Let's see what else we have. Two of Wands. Like what I love about this card is that there's like a black stick and this white stick, and black and white, yin and yang, divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Like these two wands are coming together and like making it looks like magic, like little particles of magic are in between them. So I feel like, just from this imagery alone, that you are balancing your inner masculine and your inner feminine. But the Two of Wands is about planning, but like trying to leave your comfort zone. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, the person is standing at the edge of a castle and like looking out into the world ahead of them, and they have a globe in their hand, so like they have the whole world in their hand. And so I feel like, that's the energy again that you are stepping into and embracing, and you're just trying to figure out now, like, what's the next best step, what's the path forward now look like from this place of peace and happiness and surrendering and trusting. Let's do one more heart of the situation, which is just reading the cuts. A lot of tarot readers do this, and it might be the heart of the situation in like a broader tarot like frame of thinking. I don't know for sure, but intuitively I found this through like a friend bringing it up. It's very reminiscent of like Yu-Gi-Oh, or you know that sort of vibe. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Maybe that's significant to you somehow. Or just like maybe you're learning tarot if you're watching this, and I don't know why I feel compelled to tell you that, but I find that the center of the deck when you're reading really does give you a lot of insight into just like the overarching energy, and it does feel like to me like the core of the situation, like the heart of the deck, the heart of the cards, the heart of the situation. But anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you that. um Heart of the situation. Page of Wands. So a lot of wands, a lot of like inspiration, a lot of fire energy. Fire's the element of change, the element of transformation. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes is what I'm getting. But yeah, I feel like like you're feeling inspired to take action on something for yourself. And like again in the planning stages, like pages are like student energy, like they're studying, they're just kind of learning the power or like the intricacies of their element. And you got the Page of Cups, which is why I was saying, like, just learning to start your intuition or trust your intuition, just starting like on the journey of following your heart and surrendering to spirit. And with the Page of Wands, like you're very much focused, like you're inspired to take action on something here. But again, you're in the planning stages. You're trying to figure out what the best path forward is. But I'm hearing like if you just continue to trust spirit, the path will continue to unfold for you. Like spirit will build the road if you just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Okay, we're going to pull some cards now. Let's look at the situation, spirit, of this reading, like the overarching situation. Though we've discussed it, of course, but I want to see what tarot says. For the situation. Very specific card wants to come out. For the situation, please, spirit. The Fool. That's beautiful. So new beginnings, taking a leap of faith. Five of Cups. After like, again, that emotional wave, like there's a sense of like loss here, or having have like just overcome a sense of loss over something. One more, please, spirit, for the situation. Woo, we got a lot, a little too many, but I'm going to look at them. We have the Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords. So a lot of page energy, a lot of like starting on this new path, especially with the Fool just coming out like we saw. The Nine of Cups, the Hanged Man. So again, surrender, pause, gaining new perspectives on, again, your path. And the Eight of Cups, after walking away from something that no longer fulfilled you emotionally. So yeah, like very much entering a new era, it seems. I didn't want to take all those cards, so we're gonna get one more, please, spirit, for the situation. One more for the situation, please, spirit. Very specific cards. One more, please, spirit, for the situation. Oops. Ace of Cups. New emotional beginning, like filling your own cup, self-love. Yeah, just like a completely new start with the Fool. Again, maybe after having suffered some sort of loss, like maybe you had to walk away from your person or they walked away from you. And again, maybe you've gone through a time recently of like dealing with that grief of that loss. But I'm hearing like just think of it as the loss of this version of this situation. Like don't like feel completely hopeless. Because you know what is meant for you will never go past you. And if this person is meant to be in your life, if you do feel a really strong soul connection with them, like a better version of this person will come back someday, but don't wait. Like, don't think I'm telling you to wait for this person. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, you are focused on your own inner peace, your own needs, what makes you happy, what sparks your joy. And again, Spirit is saying, like, keep going down this path because you will be experiencing like blessings will seem like they're kind of falling out of the sky is what I'm getting. And I like that this light imagery is like kind of repeated in these two cards, because it's like if you just keep collecting your light, like it's gonna grow into something really beautiful and like attract even more blessings into your life because of the way these orbs are kind of like, it looks like they're kind of like magnetizing to this sturdy foundation, to this branch, these branches, this tree. I'm making sense to the right people. But yeah, so very much like focused on your own inner healing. Um, and yeah, taking a leap of faith with the Fool. But there's still this sense of like joy behind it, like a sort of like naivete. And I don't mean it in any sort of like condescending way, but it's like very beautiful, very happy energy. And I'm so thrilled for you. All right, so that's our situation. Let's look at your energy. Thank you, Spirit, for all of this wonderful energy so far. Can we please look at our viewers' energy right now? What is their energy when it comes to this wonderful situation? Ace of Swords again. So clarity, understanding, like truth coming to light, aha moments. Like you've had some sort of mental breakthrough recently, and I feel like it really has shifted your perspective on just about everything. I hear an airplane. That's symbolic of ascension. So yeah, new understandings. 2222 I just saw. um, Truth coming to light for yourself. The Five of Swords. So like after a period of conflict, of maybe somebody feeling like, or you feeling like somebody was maybe playing mind games with you, somebody who maybe was a bit of a runner. This is the Knight of Wands. Somebody, maybe there's a lot of passion here, but not a lot of dedication, not a lot of grounding energy. But it shifted you, like the situation, into your divine feminine energy. This is the Empress. So yeah, just evolution and ascension and growth and prosperity. Three of Pentacles, like again, a lot of more root imagery, like focusing on your foundations. Maybe again, coming together with others, with the Three of Pentacles, like friends or people who kind of get you or are on your wavelength, can really help you continue to sustain higher vibrations. Let's look a little more at your energy for our collective that's watching this. Six of Swords. Yeah, you're in an energy of moving forward, moving into calmer waters. A lot of mental energy. So again, focusing on your inner peace, and like maybe you've been meditating and just kind of quieting the ego mind. But yeah, I see like a new day is dawning. Very beautiful energy, just all in all. One more for our viewers' energy, please, Spirit. One more for our viewers' energy. One more for our viewers' energy, please, Spirit. Again, very specific cards. One more for our viewers' energy, please, Spirit. Three of Cups. When I saw those oracle cards in the beginning, the laughter and love, I got strong Three of Cups energy. I didn't say it, but I should have. But yeah, again, and then also with what I just said with the Three of Pentacles, like coming together with people who raise your vibrations. Like you're focused on having a good time now, not being tied down to like the negative kind of thought spiral we can all get into sometimes when it comes to like karmic ties, soul ties, twin flame dynamics. Um, Love is like the strongest catalyst for growth and change because it reflects our like deepest woundings. um I've found. But yeah, very much just focus on your own happiness, on your keeping your vibes high. Star, the star is on the bottom, so like um focus on your healing, finding again hope, and again like a path forward for the future. Like your hope has been renewed. um like you're entering like a very powerful era. Okay, so what should you focus on right now? I feel like you're doing great, but like what should you be focusing on right now? What should our viewer be focusing on right now, Spirit? Justice. Holding people accountable, bringing balance to your own life, like seeing the truth of the situation. Um, like look at things in black and white. Don't keep like rose-colored glasses on. Um, if somebody, it is Mercury retrograde, so if somebody comes back, I think it's very important that you stay in your logical mind about this and don't kind of get swept up in the feeling and get caught up in repeating the same old lesson. It's very important that you, again, stay logically minded, stay focused on the truth of the situation, and make sure that you're holding people accountable to how they treat your boundaries. What else can you focus on right now? What else can our viewer focus on, Spirit? Five of Swords. No more mind games. Like, again, seeing the truth with justice. Like, don't let people take advantage of your kindness, of your loving heart. Um, Trying to see if I can get anything else. I see this like eagle here, and in the animal spirit deck I have, this is like being thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. Like that's what that card represents. So I feel like if you were dealing with somebody who's been, maybe their communication was not very good, I feel like you have, again, your boundaries in place. There's a lot of sword down imagery. So clearly you're not in communication with this person that maybe played mind games with you. But I feel like, again, it like led to your ascension. It led to your transformation, even if at the time it was traumatizing in a way. I feel like, Spirit is saying, keep your guard up. Don't let people continue to take advantage of you. One more for what our viewer should focus on. What should our viewer focus on, Spirit? Clearly a very specific message. Nine of Cups. Yeah, just keep focusing on what your own wish fulfillment, what brings you joy. And again, like as long as you keep focusing on that, and again, just putting one step in front of the other, Spirit is going to co-create the path forward with you. But yeah, just keep focusing on your boundaries, on seeing things truly and clearly, and focusing on your own wish fulfillment, what brings you joy. I love this. I really do. Explorer of Swords, like this is the Knight of Swords. So like take action on the things again that spark you. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. For a second, I thought Explorer was queens, but they're knights. So yeah, take inspired action on the things that excite you. So that's what you should focus on. What is your advice, Spirit, for our collective? What is your advice, Spirit? Advice for our viewer. Knight of Wands. As advice, again, like take action on the things that excite you. Take inspired action. Trust your intuition. Oh no, this is the Guardian. Well, still, all of that stuff still applies, but this is the Queen of Wands. So yeah, just sit in your power, in your truth. Like you are magnetic right now. And like I'm hearing like all you have to do is enter the room and people are going to notice you. So like have confidence in yourself, have faith in yourself and in your power is what I'm getting from this Queen of Wands. What else for advice, Spirit, for our viewer? The Queen of Cups too. Two queens, and we saw the Empress earlier. So like very divine feminine coded energy. But yeah, keep focusing on your own cup. Keep focusing on your own inner healing. Keep developing your intuition. And there's like a lotus blossom here too. Like it's gonna lead to spiritual growth is what I'm getting. I just saw 3222. So Empress energy with 3 and 222 again. But yeah, keep focusing on your own cup, your own inner healing. One more for advice for our viewer. Judgment. Let the old version of things die away. Answer the higher calling is what I'm getting. I feel like, again, like you're stepping into a portal right now into your highest timeline. And you're leaving behind this kind of like cold, barren area, situation you've been stuck in. But yeah, you're magnetic right now. You have the power. Everything that you need to take these next steps, you have it in you. It's just, yeah, letting the old version of things die away of yourself. Keep like chipping away at those defense mechanisms, those childhood wounds, and keep focusing on your own happiness. Again, with this happiness card and the 9 of Cups, like Spirit's like saying your happiness right now is paramount and is what's going to get you to that next stage. So yeah, very beautiful energy. I'm actually feeling inspired to get you some channeled messages from the universe. The universe has my back or your back. One of those has our back. The universe has our back. So I'm gonna get some cards, some of these cards for you. It's your back. But yeah, the universe has your back. And we're gonna get some of these messages for you, and then we will leave your reading there. All right, Spirit, what messages do we have for our collective? I'm just gonna shuffle a couple times and go through it, and we'll see what comes out. Look, the universe works fast when I'm having fun. That's kind of what I've been saying this whole reading. This stuff is magic, I swear. All right, one more shuffle. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So like releasing resentment. I feel like that's what you've been doing. It's like where you're at right now, like releasing resentment from the situation, releasing resentment of this person. All right, Spirit. What messages do you have for our collective, our viewer? Two came out right there. We'll look at them in a second. Okay, like these ones like to come out in clumps, clearly. All right. Happiness is my birthright on the bottom. Oneness is my true nature. That came out with this. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. So I don't think you're done. I don't think we're ever done like surrendering for real, for real. It's again just continuing to put one foot in front of the other and letting spirit guide the how, build the path with you, for you. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Very true. I choose love no matter what. Amen. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, again. So we just saw judgment. And any form of separation are merely calls for help. If that helps you put the situation with this person maybe into some more perspective. And then we have the last one, my vibes speak louder than my words. Very true. Again, if you focus on elevating your vibes and like, again, just putting that one step in front of the other, guess what comes? Unexpected blessings, because they're just magnetized to you. So yeah, my beautiful friends, that is the message Spirit has for you today. A very uplifting, a very wonderful, like, I have to go to work after this, but like the vibes are so great now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Another airplane, keep ascending. Yeah, and I love you. And we'll see you in the next one, all right? All right, take care.